This is the How to Train Your Dragon app idea. So you start off and you download the app, right? And you're hearing about this cool little dragon that people are getting to train up. It's almost like the movie How to Train Your Dragon, but it's not really related. It's kind of like this separate thing, but it's got the feeling of dragons. So it's cool. So you download the app and you see this egg. It's the first thing you're greeted by. And when you click on the egg, it asks you a question about your life. When you were born, what your name is, what you remember from your childhood, and you record all your responses using your voice. Right? Just little voice snippets. And so, that's how the app remains until the egg hatches. And the egg, nobody knows when that egg is going to hatch. It's like a real dragon's egg from the stories, right? Sometimes they hatch quickly, sometimes they do not. Sometimes they never hatch in the lifetime of the phone or in the lifetime of that app. So some people won't be able to use this system. No, there'll be a fail switch to try to get in the system, but it'll take like maybe 2 weeks and they'll get frustrated, right? The frustration will seem like eternity. But anyhow, there'll be a variable date as far as when the actual eggs hatch. Right? So, what does that mean? It means that we can get all kinds of interesting information from the user until the egg hatches, because they want that egg to hatch. We can extract data about their life, meaning we can get to know them. So we're going to customize their dragon for them based on who they are, and we're going to create a life narrative of their life, and then we're going to fill it in as they interact with their little dragon, because then he's going to be curious when he comes out, because he's heard so much about the person, right? And he's come from the dragon world. He's been convinced to come hatch now because this person's interesting, and this dragon in particular has been selected for this person. It has a name, it has a backstory, it has, all the elements that it's associated with that it will bring to you and teach you about, right, from the old dragon world. But it needs to figure out how to speak English, how to understand our humans and things like that. So he's a little baby right now, so he's going to do that by just watching and understanding your individual life and how you go about your day, what makes you tick, and then he wants to try to understand humans so that he can just help everybody, right? It says ancient dragon race has come through the iPhone, right, through virtual reality. They came back, dragons came back in the virtual environment, in the spirit world, in this like digital world of virtual characters and things like that, but they're there. So imagine this. Imagine we're wearing, our augmented reality glasses here, right? So I put my augmented reality glasses on, okay? And so now, on the display, my little dragon, little creature, right, appears right in front of me, right? Appears right in front of me, like this. Imagine he was my dragon, the statue, right? Just right there, and he floats around, and I can interact with him gesturally and sway him and push him with his flow, because my augmented reality glasses are doing gesture recognition, and I can kind of like play with him, and he can dance around, and he would always be with me, right? And he would grow and change colors and blow fire and do interesting things and just chat with me, be like a little companion. And it would be like How to Train Your Dragon, it would be interesting, because you'd have a little partner there that's like a pet. It's like the 2015 version of a Tamagotchi, right? Because it floats and flies, and everybody would enjoy having their dragon. And then you can see other people's dragons if they want, and you can see what they have going on. And everybody's dragon looks different and unique and interesting and beautiful in different ways, right? Because everybody's dragon has been designed specifically for them based on the questions that we asked them in the beginning while the egg was hatching. And so we figure out what kind of person is downloading the app, whether it's a child, whether it's an adult, what kind of story they have, and basic information about them, so that when the dragon comes out, it's already partially customized, and the colors and like all the things that they like, and we tie it into the lore and blah blah blah. And so like that'll be the interesting AI component, right? One interesting AI component, top down, requiring extensive knowledge bases of ancient knowledge, ancient texts, and tree lore, and color theories, and whatever, interesting, cool game mechanic stuff game narrative stuff. And then the other AI, the inactive AI, will be used to interact with the person on a daily basis to understand how they think and what kind of things they like, and to map their life out even further and ask them more questions. So this will be a general app that's like a little, and basically we're just becoming a friend to the user and giving them a little dragon pet that grows and is interesting and helps them think about things and map and understand their life. And it will provide them with an interactive visual narrative display of their life and what we know about them. They can fill it in and then, you know, create more details, and it'll be a way for you to understand yourself, and for us as a human race, to record all of our stories in a collective way where we can access them and archive them in interesting manners. And it's associated with folklore and dragons, and kids will love it. Kids will get engaged in this storytelling activity, and they'll be able to view the stories of the elders through this app. Everybody can have their dragon. Everybody can train their dragon, and it would be interesting. So I think that's going to be a winning combination.